What's up, Gator Nation? The Gators struck twice, really thrice, or really four times yesterday, but this is our third video here. Second of the day, which is why I said twice to start out here with Nasir Johnson, a defensive lineman from South Georgia, Dublin, Georgia. 6'4", 300 pounds. Kid is another high upside player. We'll watch his highlight film here. This one's a little shorter. He doesn't have as much on film. He's going to play offensive line and defensive line in this clip. Here you see him on offensive line. And you're going to see he just has that he has that tenacity. That's the word I like to use for him when I watch his highlight tape. He plays with a motor that you don't really see a lot from a lot of kids. Obviously, kids that are going to go play in the SEC along the defensive line, a lot of them have it. But you know, if you're just talking a typical high school player, this kid is a very tenacious along the defensive line. He seems like he enjoys contact. He moves extremely well for his size, as we've said in most videos here recently, which is going to be a lot of kids nowadays with all the coaching and training and everything that they get. These kids nowadays are just so insanely athletic. But there you can see right there with just how well he moves for his size there when he crashed in off the edge and made the tackle in the backfield. You can see him playing tackle or guard. He gets great leverage, which is going to be very beneficial because he's definitely going to be an interior defensive lineman. Already 6'4", 300 pounds. Some people say he's approaching 6'5". So whoever you want to go with there. As Florida fans, we'll go with the 6'5". The taller and bigger, the better. But you've seen throughout this clip, he moves well. There he is getting the sideline. He's cleaning up the play. Tenacious. I said tenacious again. That's what he is. He's gonna be a player, man. He's gonna be I would guess at least a 2-year starter. I don't think he's gonna be to that point where he's gonna be a early declare guy. So I think once he becomes more of an upperclassman, redshirt sophomore or junior, he'll be a starter, and then he'll probably start for another season or two after that, depending on how early he gets on the field. He's definitely going to be a rotational guy very early, especially factoring his size and athleticism. And this is highlight tape, very short, like I said. He didn't really blow up until recently. There you can see he's a 4-star. Other than ESPN doesn't have him rated, so they're still a little behind there. Yeah, like I said, he blew up really late. I don't even think he was rated until Florida offered or somebody offered him. I don't remember exactly who it was. But as soon as they got that offer, it seems like everybody kind of recognized. He must have sent out some highlights or something. I think there's a video of him doing a standing backflip or something like that, which is nuts. I don't remember if that's some kind of crazy athletic feat he can do. But I mean, I doubt that's the reason why he got an offer from everybody. I'm sure he sent out some tapes or went to some camps or something along those lines. And you can see right here, he's got Florida State, South Carolina, Georgia. They probably gave him a verbal offer more than anything. I don't think they were ready to take his commitment there. But whatever, we beat out Florida State for him, or Florida beat out Florida State for him. So that's a big recruiting victory either way. You can see LSU offered. There we can see his ranking across all four sites. ESPN doesn't really count, so 3 sites. On 3 has him at 245 4-star. 247 has him as a number 191 overall, number 25 defensive lineman in the country. So he's actually a higher rated defensive lineman on 3, despite being lower rated nationally. And there he is in Rivals. He's actually the number 18 defensive lineman and not even in their top 250. And they're just slapping grades on this kid. They really haven't seen him in person, I don't believe, or really paid attention to him if they have seen him in person. So that's a very high rating for a kid that the recruiting services haven't really fully got into yet. All right, let's go look at him on the Gator Raider big board here. He is number 17 overall amongst all offers. That's not just including Florida commitments. Obviously, Florida doesn't have 17 commitments yet. There you can see he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th rated commit out of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sorry, it's getting hard to keep up with all these different commits we got. So 13 commits. He is the 8th rated commit. So he's going to be the meat and potatoes of the class, especially when you're factoring in a 6'4", 300-pound monster along the defensive line that can move as well as he does. Another South Georgia kid. We did a video on Amir Jackson right above him, right here. They're pretty close to each other. So I'm sure they know each other very well and probably became closer on the visit. So that's pretty cool to see 2 Southeast Georgia kids commit to Florida. South Georgia is it's kind of free for the taking. They're not necessarily Georgia Bulldogs down there. I mean, some of them are. Some of them are Florida State. Some of them are Florida, because Florida is right down 75. Well, I guess in this case for these guys, they got to go through Jacksonville first. 16 to 75, or 10, I guess I should say, and then 75, whatever. Not that all that matters. Nasir Johnson, I like him a lot. We'll go look at his kind of what the depth chart's going to look like for Florida in the future. You can see that the two transfers we just got this offseason are going to probably be starters. Both of them are absolute monsters. Both of them are already upperclassmen. Caleb Banks is a redshirt sophomore, so he's been in school for 3 years. Cameron Jackson's been in school for 4 years. So we're, Desmond Watson's an upperclassman now, so we need some defensive linemen bad, like bigger kids. Because Tyreek Sapp will probably take over. Chris McKellen is going to be a really good player. I don't know why I just switched back. Jamari Lyons, Jalen Humphreys is an upperclassman. So really we're down to, kids that are not upperclassmen, because I'm going to count Tyreek Sapp as an upperclassman as well. We have Chris McClellan, Will Norman, and Gavin Hill and Jamari Lyons. That's 4 guys that are going to be more of your interior guys that are not upperclassmen. So this kid is going to have an opportunity to make an impact quick. I do believe, he'll likely redshirt, like I've said before, and then, kind of it's free-for-all after that. After the 2025 season, I guess that would be. It's a free-for-all. He could very well start, or not start, but get on the field and become a rotational player. A really good recruiting victory here. I do like Nasir Johnson a lot. 7.85 on the Gator Raiders, so that's well within the 4-star territory. He's actually approaching an 8, and we know an 8 is a very high 4-star. There we can see Aaron Childs right above him, Amir Jackson right above him. He's the lowest rated kid of the 4 that committed yesterday, but don't let that fool you. He's still really good, because those 4 commits all yesterday were very good. Florida's cleaning up on the recruiting trail right now. We're not worried about Austin Simmons, whatever. Let him go to Ole Miss. Who cares? Their defense. We got to worry about the defense first. We've seen what happens when you have a bad defense. It doesn't matter how good your offense is. 2020, anybody. So we need to get back to having a good defense first, and then having a high upside player like DJ Lagway. This is going to be the Clemson method. Obviously Billy Napier was under Dabo Swinney. He's definitely taking the Clemson method. He's not going to go all out for all these 5 stars. He's going to go get his elite quarterback, and he's going to go get a lot of really good players, especially on the defense. So I'm very, very excited. After yesterday, we know we got one more video coming with Aaron Childs. Hopefully I'll get it out in a little bit. One of my kids has already woke up, so I'm trying to rush him out here. Nasir Johnson commits to the Gators. If you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And until the next video, go Gators.